Hey guys, I read the book Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, and here it is. Oh, sorry for the price sticker. It's in euros, but it's okay. Well, the book is written by Victor Hugo, and it is a very well-known book. I read it in about a week. I did it for Dutch because I would have I had to make a summary about the book and I had to read it for school, so yeah, that was kind of it. I do like the cover. I mean, this is the movie cover. As you can see, it has the girl on it from the movie, Cosette. And it is a very good movie, and you should definitely watch it. I mean, it's like one of the best musicals I've ever seen. And this book in Dutch only has 312 pages. So I think this is a very, very bad translation because the book in English has 1500 and I think in French even more. But I did read it and I didn't really like the beginning of the story, and it was just for me a very boring book. Like the last 30 pages were the best for me. I love the story. It's about a thief called Jean Valjean. And he is chased by the police detective called Javert. And Jean Valjean had sat in prison for 19 years, and when he comes out of it, he wants to make a better life. And a priest is helping him with it and gives him money and a place to stay and to sleep and to build up a new life. Jean Valjean becomes very rich, and he has a woman working with him called Fantine, but for some reason she isn't allowed to come back anymore to work and has to live on the streets where she becomes a whore. And she has her little girl called Cosette, but Fantine dies because she was very sick from living on the streets, and Jean Valjean decides to adopt Cosette as his own daughter. But there are these two people called the Thénardiers, and they are the foster parents of Cosette. So Valjean has to give them money to get her in return, and he gives them enough, and he eventually gets her. They move to Paris, and there she meets this guy called Marius, and Cosette falls in love with him, and he on her. So at that moment there's also a revolution. And suddenly Cosette and her father Jean Valjean are going away and move to England. But Marius thinks that she has done that because she doesn't love him, and he sends her a letter that he wanna die if she doesn't return. But Jean Valjean gets that letter and reads it, and has decided to go and help Marius and gets him out of the revolution where he probably will die. And he was shot, I think, was really bad, and Jean Valjean got him all the way back to his home and brought him to Marius' grandfather. And there he became the old one, and Cosette went to see him every day. So they fell in love again and they married. So this was kind of the Les Miserables story. Jean Valjean eventually dies, but he dies happily. Thought there would be more in it. I think a better story, but I guess it is because of the translation. I am sure that the real story is much better, but this translation just kind of sucked. And I think I would give this book 2 or 3 out of 5 stars. It isn't that I disliked it, but I just didn't really like it either. So 2 or 3 stars would be the best. I do love the cover, and because it is film cover, and the actors and actresses in the movie are just amazing. I mean, I love Eddie Redmayne and Amanda Seyfried, and they really had an amazing role, but in the book they were completely different. Amanda Seyfried plays Cosette, and as you know, Amanda has blonde hair. But in the book, they say she had black hair, and the same with Marius. In the film, he has red hair because he's like ginger, and in the book, he was also blonde, I think, or black. I don't know, but it's just so different. It is something that it isn't good, and I think that they made the movie not really based on the book. They made their own version of it, and it was a version that was like really long, and I thought that the book would be that too, but some things were just not in the film, and at the same time things of the films weren't in the book either. So that was, I think, like not a good point at it. But as I said, 2 out of 3 stars, and that is how I see it as the book. Please comment on this video and tell me what you think about the book if you have read it. And also, if you want to read it, or if you have seen the film, I really want to talk about it and interact with people about it, because the film was just amazing. And I loved the book, and I just think that everyone should give this a chance to read. But everyone should read it with its own interpretation. And as I did, I saw the film first, and I had a whole other idea of the book. So, if I were you, I would first read the book and then watch the film, and then you have your own imagination with the book, and then you can't compare it to the film. So I think that is the best thing to do. Thanks for watching this video. As I said, leave your comment down below, and tell me what you think about it, and if you really liked it or not, and if you can give some advice for me for reading other books a bit in this style, or good history books. And I mean, I love fantasy and I love history, and like this, I love the classic stories. And it is just I really want to read more books, and I want to order some new books in about a month, I think, on Amazon. So tell me what you think about it, and just comment down below. And thanks for watching this video.